Good evening everybody and welcome back to JWE Wednesday Night Wingcrest. We're here in Ottawa, Ontario where things are about to heat up again as 9S faced off against Leon Kuwata in a reigniting of their rivalry. Meanwhile, the Phantom Thieves take on the Heroes of Chaos in what is expected to be a preview match for their next championship bout. We have a Xenoblade 2 battle as Pyra and Mithra take on Bridget and Morag, and Mitsuru Kirijo takes on the women's Cruiserweight champion Lora as she hopes to take Makoto's spot as the next title contender as she looks to cement her spot in the Queen of the Ring tournament for a guaranteed shot at championship gold. So get ready for another night of non-stop action and suspense, because this is Wingcrest. And starting off our night with a tag team matchup.
Let's go.
Introducing first, they are your men's tag team champions. It is the Champion Slayer and the hero of all rest, Rex, and Zeke Von Genbu, Bringer of Chaos. They are the Heroes of Chaos. And their opponents, they've already proved themselves time and time again to be worthy of the next title shot. Now we just need to make it official. It is Joker and Skull, the Phantom Thieves of Heart. Here we go. Zeke, Joker, first in the ring, and ref rings the bell. And they immediately lock up. Zeke up over the shoulder, delayed suplex. And as I was saying, Joker and Skull, these two have proven themselves time and time again to be the next title contenders. Unfortunately, the belt has not been on, the belt hasn't been on the line yet, so there hasn't been an opportunity to actually contend for the belt, but the next time that it is, if their name doesn't get called, I will be shocked. And Rex sending Joker into the corner after that reversal, turning him around. And I say that as if I don't create the cards. Rex kicking the thigh, but Joker kicking himself out of the corner. Rex with a knife edge chops. We usually look for the tag out, not getting it, and Rex with a stomp to the stomach. Tagging in Zeke. Zeke along the outside, springboard double leg drop kick. And looking for the cover. One, only one. And now Ryuji in the ring, sending Zeke for an Irish whip. Diving underneath. Scoop, and down. And now Joker taking the most interesting path back to the corner. Alright, sure dude. Ryuji catching that kick, breaking the knee. Turning Zeke around, elbow to the spine. Elbow to the spine again. Zeke sending Ryuji right into the referee. Neck breaker. And now Zeke taking out Rex back in. Knee to the face. And now Rex to the outside. Slingshot drop kick. Ryuji tags out Joker in, and now Rex along the outside. Immediately collected with that clothesline. Joker to the arm breaker. And a springboard moonsault landing right onto the knees. Rex spinning Joker around with those elbows to the knee, stomp to the ankle. Now locking in a headlock. Joker elbowing out. Rex avoiding the grapple, but Joker back on the offense. Belly to back suplex into a Pele kick. Joker sending Rex for an Irish whip, diving underneath. Jumping over in a double underhook slam. Forcing Rex back up to his feet. Another Irish whip, this time into the Phantom Thieves corner. And taking in Ryuji, looking for the all-out attack. Ryuji scrambling up top. Trying to get Rex up to his feet. Diving axe handle drop. Rolling Rex onto his back. Now just letting him crawl to the corner. Lariat. And now Ryuji middle rope. Top rope elbow drop. Into the cover, Zeke forced to break it up. And Ryuji up, over the shoulders. Good night with that jawbreaker. There's one, there's two, there's three. And making very quick work of the of your championship team, your championship team, the Heroes of Chaos, but it was a little bit sketchy in the beginning, not gonna lie. But nonetheless, a win do be a win. Ryuji making damn sure of that. And this is exactly why I've been saying that these guys are your, main title contenders. They deserve a shot at the belt. They've been dangerous. They have been very dangerous as of late. And for our second tag team matchup of the evening, introducing first, they are your women's tag team champions. It is Pyra and Mithra, the double-edged blades. And their opponents. It is your women's Universal Champion and her blade. It is the Flamebringer and the Crown Jewel of Morardain, Morag and Brigid, the Flamebringers. And given these two teams' personal histories with each other, I'm curious on how this will go. Here we go, Mithra Brigid in the ring first. Of course they are. And here we go, ref rings the bell, and they meet in the middle with Brigid immediately beginning with a right hand. Knife edge chop. And now dragging Mithra up over her shoulders and sending her down, crashing down. Brigid taking in Morag. And Mithra with a standing single leg dropkick. Stomp to the wrist, turning Morag around. And immediately locking in the submission. Morag immediately escaping. I think that was more of a power play than anything from Mithra. Escape in the corner. And a rolling neckbreaker. And now Mithra tagging in Pyra. And now stomping down on the hand is Morag, forcing Pyra back up to her feet. Left hands. And a suplex. Grabbing the wrist, stomping the head. And a jumping arm breaker. Morag telling Pyra to get back up to her feet. More right hands, the kick, and a spinning back chop. Pyra trying to crawl back to her corner, and Morag just watching on as Pyra tags Mithra back in. Locking up, rear waist lock, but Mithra escaping. Stomp to the spine. And an elbow drop. Now working on the knee. Split leg, stomp to the gut. And Morag reversing that, sending Mithra to the apron and spearing her off. Mithra back into the ring. Morag immediately beginning the offense. And forcing her back up. Ends a geary roundhouse kick. And now Morag up top. And a diving double A drop kick right to the chest. Mithra tags out, Pyra back in. And I think Pyra got a little bit lucky there, as I think Morag was looking for a double knee curb stomp. Toss to the corner, tagging in Bridget, yes. The chain attack. And now Bridget trying to stomp down on Pyra. Not going. But a cradle slam does the work. Neck breaker. But Pyra getting out of the way of that senton, both of them into the outside, and yeah, we're playing this game again, sure. Bridget pushing Pyra away from her, and going for the cover. One, Pyra kicks out. Up, over, Pyra, finding the escape. And Pyra, double foot stomp. And now Pyra sending Bridget into the corner. Chain attack from the two twins. Headlock, using the spine as a trampoline, as a springboard. And it's back to these two. Mithra spinning heel kick to the stomach, stomp to the hand, shot to the spine. And now Mithra up top. Desperado tag from Mithra. And Pyra, or a Desperado tag by Bridget. Mithra with a belly-to-belly slam. What is she looking for here? Face first into the canvas, going for the cover. Bridget forced to break it up. Toss to the corner. Morag in a very precarious situation right now. The Crimson Spear. And now Pyra scrambling up top, looking to put a bow on this match. The spiral tap. 1, 2, 3. I was expecting neither of these teams to hold back, but my God, I wasn't expecting that. So, does this mean that 2 champions are better than 1? Maybe. And next up. Introducing first. He is your men's Universal Champion, Dunban.
The foe is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Camelot, weighing in at 185 pounds, the Grand Prix Men's Universal Champion, the Beast, Dunban.
And his opponent. It is the cyborg ninja himself,
At 75 pounds,
Raiden. And here we go, Dunban, Raiden staring each other down. Crowd on their feet, and here we go, ref rings the bell. And Raiden immediately beginning with the right hands, but Dunban pushing that away, a right hand of his own, spinning heel kick. And now top rope moonsault to the spine. Dunban. Crossbody splash, but Raiden rolls out of the way. And now locking up collar and elbow. Raiden pushing Dunban back to the northwest corner. Referee having to break them up. Now Raiden with a right hand. Tossing Dunban away. Top rope rolling through. And going for the cover, but Dunban, or not going for the cover, but I cannot keep up with this. Raiden rolling Dunban around, Dunban kicking him off. Now Dunban up top, diving elbow. And the cover, there's two, Raiden kicks out. Now rolling Raiden around. Pulling back on the neck. But Raiden escaping, Irish whip. Diving underneath. Jumping over. And looking for this suplex, but Dunban punching him off. Dunban stomping down. Scrambling up top. And a diving shooting star press that wasn't even close to connecting. Tilt-a-whirl DDT from Raiden. And now the cover one. Now Raiden going for another cover. 1, 2. Dunban kicks out. Scoop slam. And Raiden forcing the champion back up to his feet. Right kick. And stomping down, looking for the guillotine leg drop. There's one, and again, only one. Right hook. Just throwing Dunban with those knees. Now Raiden scrambling up top. Turning around. And the cover. 1, 2 off that moonsault. Only going to be 2 though. And now are we looking for the rules of nature? Will they run when the sun comes up with their lives on the line? And Dunban escaping, but now Raiden just rolling him through, going for the cover regardless. There's 2. Dunban kicks out. And now both men along the outside stomp to the wrist. Irish whip off that reversal right into the barricade. And an elbow drop. Raiden forcing Dunban up to his feet, walking him. Back to the ring we go. Diving head scissor Hurricane Rana. Raiden stomping down, trying to really upset the champion now, rolling Dunban onto his stomach, knee to the back of the head. Stomp to the upper arm. And Raiden, middle rope, heads, or tilt-a-whirl DDT off the middle rope, but now Dunban, kick to the chest, Raiden continuing regardless, Irish whip. And now Raiden, are we looking for the rules of nature yet again? Will this actually connect? No! Dunban again escaping. Raiden again elbowing out. Irish whip, tilt-a-whirl DDT. Up. Over, third time's the charm for the rules of nature. 1, 2, 3. Both men giving it their all and then some in the ring, but unfortunately, there can only be one winner. And that man just so happened to be Raiden, catching fire in the later half of the match, or the latter half of the match. Dunban putting up one hell of a defensive effort, though. Really making Raiden work for it. Avoiding not one, not two, but 3 rules of natures in this. Oh my god, if Raiden just actually, got it there, that would have been cinema. But the match continued. Head scissor toss. And at this point, yeah, Raiden was just in firm control, but it ain't over until it's over, and Dunban knows that for sure. And the move to put the match away, the rule of nature that actually connected.
Here is your winner,
Man, why do we always get normal matches that really should have been championship matches? Am I just not good at booking? No. No, it's the AI. That's the problem. And starting off our second half of matches. Introducing first. After a weird showing last week in their tag team match, or in her tag team match.
Making her way to the ring, representing Damage Control from Valhalla, Deborah.
It is Devola, and if you missed last week, check out this match. It was Kishal Sisters versus Diamonds, I want to say? Or was it Flamebringers? Might have been the Flamebringers, actually, but regardless, things got weird between Devil and Popola. Not sure where they're standing now, but with Devola taken to the ring on her own, no Popola in sight, I am a little nervous.
And her opponent from Valhalla, the 2B.
And her opponent, it is the one, the only 2B. And here we go, both women ready. And ref rings the bell. They meet in the middle. And 2B immediately looking for the kick, but Devola tying her up instead. Collar and elbow looking for a dominant position. Devola pushing 2B down. And locking up yet again. Escaping to the back, rear waistlock from Devola. 2B trying to escape. And does with that arm drag. Now locking up Devola in a headlock. Pulling on the neck. Devola trying to escape. Kind of does, but 2B holding on. Keeping her in position. But Devola turning that around. Now putting the pressure on 2B. Throwing her down. Devola completely whiffing there. Look over the crossbody and again just whiffing. Wrist clutch. 2B rolling Devola through, but Devola escaping immediately. Locking up yet again. This time 2B walking Devola back to the northwest. Excuse me. Right hand sending Devola into the corner. Wrapping the arm around the top rope. But Devola kicking her off. Middle rope crossbody splash. Kick to the spine. And an Irish whip. Belly to belly slam. And Devola scrambling up top. Diving elbow drop. Devola walking 2B to the northeast. There's 2, but 2B kicks out. And Devola in firm control of this match, turning 2B around, kick to the back of the thigh, but 2B turning that around, and of course, as soon as I said that, 2B turns this match around. Stomp to the wrist. Looking to pick Devola up, but Devola escaping, of course, as soon as I was talking about it. 2B with the reversal, Devola the reversal. Scoop slam, middle of the ring, going for the cover. 1, 2B kicks out. And again, just completely whiffing. But connecting on that crossbody splash. And now Devola up top, diving elbow to the spine. And now walking 2B to the northeast corner again. Scoop slam. And now Devola up top. Diving DDT. And the cover, 1, 2, 3. And Devola, 2 weeks in a row, completely controlling a match. Maybe the turnabout is real, but again, what is going on between the twins? Wow, that was a horrible time for a yawn, but like, what is going on between the twins? Like, now that they're actually kind of being successful, they're not on the same page, and oh my god.
Here is your winner,
Well, congratulations, Devola. You can win a match that is not a tag team match. And for our penultimate matchup of the evening, introducing first, she is your women's Nexus champion, looking to get her hands back on the women's Cruiserweight belt. And the easiest way to do that now is by winning the Queen of the Ring tournament, which is exactly her goal. Well, getting to the Queen of the Ring tournament. And maybe, just maybe, she can become a double champion. And her opponent, she is your women's cruiserweight champion, excuse me. It is Lora.
And her opponent from out of this world, the Grand Prix Women's Cruiserweight Champion, Lord!
And here we go, both women staring each other down, ref rings a bell, and they meet in the middle, immediately locking up collar and elbow. Lora walking Mitsuru back to the corner. Referee having to break them up. Right hand. But Mitsuru escaping with an elbow. And a drop kick right to the back of the head. And now trying to walk Lora up north, but Lora elbowing out. And an Irish whip into the corner. Mitsuru elbowing out. Lora the reversal. And tossing her over the top rope. And a hot shot. And are we gonna get back into the ring? No, Lora's to the outside. Double knee right to the patella. And back into the ring, Lora goes, and Mitsuru... Mitsuru, are we not getting into the ring? There we go. Clothesline. And now, head scissor submission immediately escaped, locking up yet again. Wrist lock from Lora. But Mitsuru turning that around. Just holding the hand right to the head and now throwing Lora down, scrambling up top. And a diving crossbody. Mitsuru in the corner. Right hand knife edge, but Lora escaping, rolling through, going for the cover. That's going to be a rope break. Mitsuru along the outside, climbing back in. Get over here. Okay, like, I know that you're the Ice Queen, but I didn't know that you were Sub-Zero. Kick right to the spine. One. Lora kicks out. And now Irish whip. Diving underneath. Jumping over. And rolling neck breaker. A cartwheel clothesline, but Lora stepping out of the way, turning that into a spinning heel kick and the cover. There's one. There's two. Mitsuru kicks out. And now Lora looking for the finisher. Mitsuru seeing that coming. Lora with a reversal of the natural selection. And now walking Mitsuru to the northeast. Setting her up into a tree of woe. And now Lora working on the neck. Throwing Mitsuru down. Knife edge chop, kick to the chest, knee to the side of the head. And a leg drop to the arm. Leg drop, but nobody's home. Mitsuru getting out of the way. And a toss to the corner. Mitsuru turning Lora around. Wrapping the arm around the top rope. Mitsuru to the outside, Lora to the outside. And a leg sweep. Back into the ring we go. Mitsuru heading up top. Diving crossbody. And the cover. 1, 2. Lora kicks out. And now Lora. Hurricane Rana DDT or a Tilt-A-Whirl DDT into the cover. 1. Only 1. Both women, tenacity unmatched, except for, matching their own tenacity against each other. Mitsuru back up to her feet. There's probably a better way of phrasing that, but you know what? Doing this live, you have no time to think. There's a super kick from Mitsuru. Mitsuru with an Irish whip, diving underneath. And an elbow. Pushing her down, going for the cover, trying something different. 1, 2, nearly. Nearly, but no cigar. Lora back in. Mitsuru continuing the offense. Into the corner. But Lora elbowing out. And now locking in an armbar. How is this not a rope break? There we go. Spinning back heel kick from Lora into the cover. 1, 2, 3. I know we have one match to go still, but I think we just witnessed the match of the night. Jesus, that was amazing.
here is your winner, Lora!
Mitsuru coming up just a bit short, but honestly, that type of match might have just punched your ticket to the tournament. Holy God, that was good. And for our main event of the evening. Introducing first, he is your men's Cruiserweight champion. And yeah, it took me this long to realize that all of our champions have made an appearance tonight. Anyway, representing Yorha, it is 9S.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from the Machine Age, weighing in at 215 pounds, the Grand Prix Men's Cruiserweight Champion, Niles F.
Well, all of our champions except for Nier, I should say. Yeah, I forgot Nier was champion. Anyway. I thought this rivalry was dead, but I guess not. 9S still having some, not family-friendly words, or maybe, okay, not family-friendly necessarily, not family-friendly words necessarily, but just not great words to say about his opponent. Yeah. And that opponent, it is Leon Kuwata.
And his opponent from Nagata, Japan, weighing in at 148 pounds, Leon Kuwata.
And here we go, main event begins, ref rings the bell, and Leon immediately begins with a super kick to the chin. Rolling 9S around, stomp to the ankle. And now 9S. Just working on the ankle, stomping down on the knee. And 9S stomping down on the hand. Working on the neck. And looking for the submission. Leon escapes. And Irish Whip sending 9S flying over the top rope. And now Leon joining him, right hand into the barricade. 9S kicking him off. And now 9S on the barricade. Never see this, and now we've seen it twice in 2 days. I guess there's just something about the Canadian tires, or the Canadian Tire Center that's just like, yeah, let's walk on the barricades. Sure. Nines forcing Leon up to his feet. Tossing him from one corner to the other before just casually walking back into the ring. There's 7. And are we seriously going to have this short of a match to end off the night? Leon slow to his feet. And Leon, back into the ring just before 10. 9S looking to walk in, but Leon elbowing out. Irish Whip into the corner, and a running knee to the chest. Scoop slam. Pushing him down for the cover. There's 2. Nines catching the kick. And an Irish Whip. Back body drop. And Leon catching the kick. Turning that into a DDT. And Leon just continuing the assault. Forcing 9S back up to his feet. Up over the shoulders. 9S escaping with a neck breaker. And the Canadian Tire Center back all on their feet. Irish Whip. Yeah, Canadian Air is the aviation industry. What am I saying? Stomp to the wrist. And now 9S going for the cover. 1, 2. Leon kicks out. I'm a partial fan of the centers. I should know this. Then again, to me, the XL will always be the XL and not the whatever it's called in Minnesota now. It's always going to be the XL Energy Center. Anyway, diving DDT. Nines middle rope. Waiting for Leon to get back up to his feet. Diving double leg drop kick. Stomp to the chest. But Leon back up to his feet. Somersault somersault heel drop. Nines avoiding the grapple by rolling to the outside, but Leon ledge guarding with that enziguri. Top rope moonsault connecting. Satellite arm breaker. And now into the steps. Leon escaping back into the ring. Nines back up to his feet at 5. And just taking his time, getting back into the ring, knowing he has plenty of time, no need to rush. But Leon immediately sending him back to the northern ropes. Irish Whip and the home run smash. 1, 2, 3. And Leon pick up a massive win against 9S. And with that, I would like to thank all for joining us here tonight. And hold on. Leon heading to the corner, extending a hand and trying to... Oh, no. I was going to say trying to bury the hatchet, but 9S playing possum. One more sucker punch for the road, and I really thought this rivalry was over, but I guess not. Jeez. But as I was saying, with that, I'd like to thank you all for joining us here tonight, and hope to see you on Friday for Eclipse, as next week is already week 100, which is so weird to think about. But yeah. And then next week, Saturday and Sunday, still trying to figure out the schedule. It is our King and Queen of the Ring tournaments, where the winner of those will then have a title shot of their choosing guaranteed at Summer SmackDown. But until then, we are signing out from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. See ya.